Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Thursday, the 11th day of May. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Join me as we head to Pulaski, Tennessee to find out what the Giles County Historical Society is working on. Then we travel on over to Hendersonville, Tennessee to talk with a retiree who decided to open up a local bookshop. I'm talking Walton Ferry Books and Music. Find out what you can pick up when you stop by. And then Devon O'Day shares some of her trip to Ireland with all of us. She has some beautiful pieces of video to share. And then we round out today by looking at the volunteer turnout for a recent food distribution in Waverly, Tennessee. But first, let's get a check of our headlines. This former nurse, Redonda Vaught, appeared in the Davidson County Chancery Court Tuesday asking a judge to reverse the decision of the Tennessee Board of Health Board of Nursing that revoked her nursing license in 2021. She was convicted last year in criminal court of criminally negligent homicide and gross neglect of an impaired adult in the death of Charlene Murphy in December of 2017 at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. Will the decision be reversed? For the story, go to mainstreetmediatn.com. Van Leer Mayor Heath Ellis is hoping the city of Van Leer will soon experience population growth. Nearly a lifelong resident of the city he now serves, Ellis shares with the Dixon Post that he also wants to see some business expansion, pointing out that he's only been away for 2 years and the only thing that's changed is the arrival of a Dollar General and one other store in 35 years. Read more about the mayor's desires by going to DixonPost.com. Dolly Parton's first rock album will be released on November 17th. Rockstar features 30 songs, 9 original and 21 iconic rock albums. The lead track on Rockstar is the original World on Fire. The world premiere performance of the song will be tonight on the 58th Academy of Country Music Awards show. Check out what tracks are on the album by visiting mainstreetmediatn.com. Let's get a check of our forecast with our friends over at Tennessee Valley Weather.
Need an umbrella to say the least as you head home from work this afternoon, and maybe even a small boat. Yeah, going to be one of those days, unfortunately. But good morning to you. I'm Ben Luna in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center wishing you a fantastic day. Let's break down the good news and the bad news. The good news, other than a few spotty showers remaining over parts of the area for you this morning, we're okay for a little while during lunch. Now, more convection will break out as we head into the afternoon. Those pop-up storms will develop all across the mid-state region. And then Mother Nature is just going to turn on the water faucet and let it go. As we head through this evening, notice we'll see plenty more areas of rain, more widespread rain coverage here, including plenty of downpours across the area, maybe some embedded thunder and hail to go along with the mix. And then this is going to kind of break apart into a couple different waves and make for a very wet start to the Friday morning commute. So around this time tomorrow through the first half of Friday, expect some soggy weather all up and down I-65 and from one end of I-40 to the other as this guy's going to gradually work its way across the mid-state region as we head through the daytime on Friday. The extra kind of sort of good news, it's not going to pour down rain really all evening. We'll see a little bit of a break that'll carry us into Saturday morning and then Saturday afternoon through Sunday. Well, here comes another round of scattered storms. And then Sunday too, for just a while as a cold front pushes its way across the region, that's going to cool us down temperature wise here from Monday and Tuesday, just a smidge, with highs back in the 70s. That is a quick check on your forecast. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
Who wouldn't love a stuffed booster? I know I sure would, or any sort of sound swag, all of which can be found at Nashville Sounds Pro Shop. The Nashville Sounds and Main Street Media Television would love to invite you out to Sunday Family Fun Day, each Sunday home game. You can also register to win free tickets by going to your favorite Main Street Media website. Register to win, and then we'll see you here at the ballpark. Welcome back. I have the pleasure of introducing you to John Lancaster today, and he is the president of the Historical Society here in Giles County. First off, thank you for your time.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Well, let's get to know you a little bit. You've been here now since 2013.
Yes.
What is your background? Where does your love for the history part of towns come from?
Well, I grew up in Smith County, Tennessee, and I started young in 4-H and with a history of Tennessee, interest in Tennessee history. And that developed into a love of historic houses. And I worked during my undergraduate years doing surveys of historic houses in the state for the state's history department. And then I got involved with the music industry in Nashville and loved doing that. But on the side, I kept working with a historic house in Nashville. And then when I got married, my wife said, why don't you pursue this history interest of yours? So I went back to college and got a master's in public history at MTSU, and I've worked in the museum field for over 30 years.
That's incredible.
So I came to Pulaski to retire, basically, and instead I'm now running the local historical society.
I'm sorry, I chuckle when people say retire because they're never retired.
Right, no. I'm busier now than I ever have been.
I can imagine. But first, let me know I am a fellow Blue Raider.
Okay.
I graduated from MTSU.
Great.
Yes, sir. All right, let's talk about some of the homes that you've been able to look at and to do your work on. What's some of the most historical homes that you've seen in the state?
Well, Belmont Mansion is my love in Nashville. I worked there on and off for over 20 years, and then I was the interim director at Oakland's in Murfreesboro some years ago, and then I've been involved with Carnton Plantation. I worked there as a curator, and then I agreed to help a friend of mine with Rippavilla for a little while. And that was before it changed organizations that operate it now, and it's now operated under the Franklin Trust Franklin Battlefield umbrella.
John, is it hard, like when you are working, say, with a particular home or historical project, to kind of leave it in the hands of somebody else?
It depends. It can be difficult, but then you hopefully have someone you trust well enough to leave it in their hands.
Yeah. So what have you found since you've moved to Giles County? Have you developed a love for this area? Obviously, if you are in the position you are in now.
I love this area, and everybody here has been very friendly to my wife and I, and very welcoming, considering we're outsiders. And so with my involvement with the Historical Society, I think that has helped a lot. My wife and I have both tried to make friends in different circles in town. She knows a lot of the wives, I know a lot of the husbands, so together we talk about the couples we've met and gotten to know, and so that's helped us a lot learn about the town. And I served on the board of the Chamber of Commerce for a while as well, and that helped.
Very nice. So let's talk about how rich the history is here in Pulaski.
Oh, Pulaski and Giles County in general has a very rich history, starting back to 1809 when it became a county as a cutoff of Murray County, or I should say, Murray County north of us. So then part of this county was still Indian territory, and people were already trying to settle here in like Elkton and Prospect, Tennessee. But officially they weren't supposed to come and settle yet until after the Indian Treaty with the U.S. government was approved, opening up the rest of the county. So this county sort of developed from the north with people coming down from Columbia, from the south coming up to Tennessee and Elk River, and then later Richland Creek, which meanders throughout the whole county. And so that way we do have a lot of early homes in the south part of the county, as well as a lot of Victorian era homes here in Pulaski. And once Pulaski was established as the county seat, originally the town was sort of centered over by Richland Creek, where our stockyard is now, is where our first log cabin courthouse was. Then they were able to clear off the square that we have here in town, and we've had 5 courthouses there. So our current courthouse has stood since 1909 as a fireproof building because of fires that have destroyed some of our previous ones.
Because there was one fire that took out one side of the street in the courthouse, correct?
Sort of, yes.
Okay.
The courthouse has been a separate fire, but we've also had a number of fires around the square, which a section of the square would burn down and the city would think, okay, let's get a fire department. Then they'd discuss how expensive it would be and they'd wait. Then we'd have another fire and the same discussion would occur. And then finally around 1900, we got a fire department.
Okay.
So unfortunately, there are no pre-Civil War buildings still standing on our square.
Oh, wow. Why is it so important for any community, Pulaski or any others, to preserve the history that they have?
Well, the architecture is part of the character of the community as well as the people. And so having these historic buildings as well as families whose history runs deeply in the county help us to develop our story and our identity as a county in Tennessee and a town.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
Who wouldn't love a stuffed booster? I know I sure would, or any sort of sound swag, all of which can be found at Nashville Sounds Pro Shop. The Nashville Sounds and Main Street Media Television would love to invite you out to Sunday Family Fun Day, each Sunday home game. You can also register to win free tickets by going to your favorite Main Street Media website. Register to win, and then we'll see you here at the ballpark. Welcome back. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's so fun to go inside of a locally owned bookshop, and there is one in Hendersonville to tell us all about it. We have its owner, Steve Valor. We're here at Walton Ferry Books and Music.
That's right. We're on Walton Ferry Road.
Easy, so easy to know exactly where you're going because it's the name of the business.
Absolutely.
You know, we were talking, you were saying this is what you're doing after retirement.
This is a retirement gig. I thought I'd do something fun. I've done a lot of retailing over the years, and even 100 years ago I was a disc jockey, so I figured turn people on to music and sell them books and have people bring them in and build the community. That's what really drives a business like this. We're a used bookstore for the most part. We have some local authors that we have some new books, but mostly we're used books, and people trade those in and get some more, and keep a need going in the community, because we've had a used bookstore before, but we haven't had for a long time.
Oh, really? Well, I hope it kind of reignites that fire of people to come in and start sharing that passion for books and music. Talk to us about the way you have it set up. When you walk in the door, kind of walk us around.
We've got vinyl up front, a lot of classic vintage vinyl. We've got some new vinyl mixed into, since vinyl records are making a resurgence. We have classic books, kind of some of the newer things, the local author books, and just interesting things up front. I mean, I've got a table of books that are 100 years old now that people can look at and maybe read about what people thought about certain things back in the day. So, and then we've got fiction down one wall, alphabetical by author, and then we have sections with a whole bunch of cookbooks, a whole bunch of books about music, books about gardening right behind you, history, war. And we have CDs too, because a lot of people still get their music off of CDs. When they went out of cars, a lot of people kind of gave up on CDs, but it's still a good way to listen to music, that's for sure.
I agree with that 100%. How do you find the books that you have in here? How did you come across? How did you do the stocking for your store?
Well, I tried to find things that would fill a need of things that I didn't have or couldn't easily access.
Okay.
Looked at a lot of estate sales, and that will get you certain kinds of books, but it lacks other things. I found nice people on Craigslist. I know that's not a movie of the week, but it's not a Craigslist murder or anything like that. I actually found nice people on Craigslist that were trying to sell things. And some of those people I've gone back to and gotten more things. Ran into some nice older gentlemen that were selling things and just got too tired to do it. So just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Estate sales were kind of fun. And they're addictive for those who do estate sales. They can be addictive. And you buy some things maybe you don't want, but that's life.
That's amazing. And this store's only been open since January, so not long. What sort of foot traffic are you seeing already?
Well, we've got a few people. We used to have the restaurant next door that many people know about, and that closed, so that took away some of my people that were coming to this area. But I'm still here. Welcome to have people come back. We're doing okay, and I haven't done a whole lot of marketing to get people in yet, because who opens a business in January?
That's true.
Nobody's doing anything. Nobody wants to get out. So now that people are getting out and about, people are discovering it. Good. And we just need to build up the community of people that like books and records and trade some in. If you're in a book club and you hated the last book, why keep it? Bring it to me. Trade it in, put it in somebody else's hands. Maybe another book club's going to try it. And then you can pick up something that you like. That's what creates the community in a used bookstore that we had in Hendersonville. It's been 5 years since we've had a used bookstore, but a lot of people still miss it. So I just want people to remember to come back and check things out.
I hope they do, because it's so nice to, when you walk in, you can just really browse on your own. You can, flip through the books, stay a while.
Oh, absolutely.
Steve will have some Vince Gill playing on the radio or some sort of music. Let me tell you, it was.
Yeah, we definitely had music going on. We have a variety of things playing, and it might influence you to buy something. I don't know.
And not only that, you also have, I see, some local sauces. Some candles.
Yeah, some of the things we used to carry in the restaurant, we still carry here. The soups from Tennessee Hills that a lot of people love, we still have those. Every once in a while, we'll bring in some of the fresh food, chicken salad and pimento cheese. We try to have that most weekends so that people can get that they've missed from at the restaurant. And once the restaurant starts to do a little bit more of a takeaway food, this will be a pickup spot for that, so people can come in and get their dinner that they pre-ordered, and then maybe get a record to listen to while you eat dinner.
I think that's a great idea. Again, there's nothing better than a bookstore like this. This is wonderful. Thank you, Steve, for opening this up.
Oh, absolutely. It's been fun for me, and I hope to continue to make it fun. And that's it. It's a job, but it's not really a job, because it's what I enjoy doing.
What is that saying? You never work a day in your life if you love what you do.
Well, I'm done working.
Now he's just enjoying life.
Now we're going to do this.
I love it. Well, again, thank you so much for introducing us to Walton Ferry Books and Music. Steve, thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Stick
for
with
coming
us.
by.
Yeah, anytime. I look forward to coming back. I'm going to check in again. Stick with us. We have more coming up after this.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd, the goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Experience Predators hockey all season long. Visit NashvillePredators.com/season tickets and join the Loyal Legion today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try. There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time. Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay?
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
It's time for a very special edition of Devon's Table. Here at Angel Horse Farm, we're going to be going to Ireland, a recent trip to Ireland where we experienced castles and jaunty carriage rides. We met donkeys and a whole bunch of really cool, very funny people. So sit back, relax, have a cuppa, and enjoy.
Now guys, here's the castle right in front of you, okay?
Yep.
Tom, Kodak moment, you stand there now. I'll sell you and buy a donkey. Whoa. I'm joking.
He didn't mean it, Tom.
Behave yourself, Tom. I'll make sausages out of you. No, that's motivation.
Okay, so you can adopt a donkey, and it's not very much, but you adopt them for a year. And I adopted Jaxie, who was orphaned, and he was cared for by his caretaker 24/7 in the barn. And I got him in memory of my Tobias, my goat I lost this year. And I felt like Tobias whispered, "Hey, get him. He's gonna be your new spirit animal." So Jaxie, a new spirit animal. Y'all go to the Donkey Sanctuary of Ireland's Instagram page. You can follow it. Jaxie's also part of the videos on YouTube for the Donkey Sanctuary of Ireland. He's the Donkey Whisperer. You can see the Donkey Whisperer videos. You guys go support what they do here. It's amazing. They care for over 1,690 donkeys here on premises. They have like 127, I think she said, here on premises, but they have some partnering farms just like I do, who the Angel Horse. It's an amazing operation. They are doing good things in this world, and they have some cute things. And souvenirs from Ireland are going to be for the Donkey Sanctuary. I'm just saying.
Fussily. We still do follow-up visits, surprise visits. Our welfare team go out and we do checks on our donkeys forever. They're always checked.
Is this your boyfriend?
No, Echo's my boyfriend. She's down the other end. Jaxie! Come here, Jaxie. This is the human guy here. Hi, Jaxie. Hello. Hi, Jaxie. This is Jaxie wandering on. This is Richie with the funky fringe. See him walking towards you there. He's the only one that has that long bit of fringe coming. He's full of action. Hey, Jaxie! Come on. Good boy. Good boy, Jaxie. Hey, Richie. Hi, Jaxie. Hello. Good boy. Come on, Jaxie. Should we not be on the rear end? Hello. You're going to give us a song. Come on. Yay. Come on. Give me a song. Yay. Good boy. Give us a song. Good boy.
I don't think you like that. But he's the sweetest. I could be here forever. But now I'm nervous the bus. Have a good day. Just wow.
Donkey lives.
How long does a donkey live?
10 years longer than a horse, 20 years longer than antelope, and 30 years longer than a panda.
How long does a panda live?
I don't know, I haven't a clue.
All right, I'm outside Blarney Castle.
Sarah.
You guys, the color of green is indescribable. As Johnny Cash would say, 40 shades of green. Pretty amazing, huh? 163 steps, I think, to the top of the Blarney Castle, where you can kiss the Blarney Stone. I'm not going to do that. I've got the gift of Blarney already. So anyway, I thought I would share a little bit of that with you. Even if you don't climb the stairs to go to the top of the Blarney Castle, the grounds are worth coming to see. It's stunningly beautiful. Just absolutely incredible. The bluest sky and the greenest green of the grass. It's just, wow. There's a fern garden. There's a river walk. We can go along the riverbank. But always like signs that say, mind your head.
All right, I walked down to the gate, but I wasn't going to go any deeper. It's like it goes on to this.
Let's see what we see inside this gate. What do you think's back here? Let's see. Oh yeah, mind your head. I see what they mean. Okay, I'm not going any further because it kind of freaks me out just a little bit.
That's kind of me too.
Okay. I'm gonna take you in just a little bit more. It's inside. Okay, creepy. Yeah. Linda, you went all the way up. You kissed the Blarney Stone. Okay, so it affected you. Did it scare you, or were you crying because it was emotional? What was the deal?
It was good. It was a good thing. It was fun.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's quite an accomplishment to get up there.
Yeah, 163 steps.
Yeah, it was very vertical, but it was fun. It's worth it.
Ireland gets in your soul. Just gets in your soul. Everybody is talking about it. Everybody's been emotional. People have been making memories. That's what Ireland is all about, making amazing memories.
Now let's take a look back at the volunteer turnout for the One Generation Away food distribution drive that happened in Waverly, Tennessee this past Saturday. You had volunteers turn out from Rotary clubs in Clarksville, Tennessee. That is the Clarksville Noon Rotary Club, the Sunrise and Sunset Clubs, as well as volunteers from the Franklin Rotary Clubs. Volunteers stuffed bags full of good, fresh vegetables, then loaded up the carts and even added fresh flowers. If you would like more information on the work done by One Generation Away, just head to onegenaway.com. Thanks so much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street for this Thursday. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.